That is Claudia's karma for coming for Liv the night before. She should have picked her battle.
Liv was trying to be like, who do I? She knew straight away Claudia. It's just men though, when they were like, who are you? I was like, oh, my asshole went in.
Yeah.
I was like,
She's been doing a lot of Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
A lot of stirring the pot around the villa. When she finally got called out for it, she didn't have anything to say. And that is why I cannot rate her. Do we think her and Maxwell will last on the outside?
My man said like, you can chat about Jesse, my guy. And I was like,
moving like snakes. Hello, 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 and welcome back to a brand new episode of Sunbirds with me, Lewis. And this is the show, if you haven't watched it before, because you're a loser, it is the show where we recap everything that's been going on in the Love Island villa over the past week, every Sunday, with ex-Islanders and familiar faces who are fans of the show. And this week, we have none other than the queen herself, GKBarry!
hello.
How are we doing today?
That was weird. Good. That was really weird. As soon as I did that, I was like, put them down. Put them down.
How have you been finding this season of Love Island?
I've actually really enjoyed it. I know this is controversial because some people are not enjoying it, but I'm having a great time.
It's been good. It's provided dramatic. Do you know what I found? It's provided some good dramatic moments, some good drama, some toxic behaviour, which is great to indulge in on reality television.
When it's not to do with you.
Exactly, and it's not your feelings. The thing that I think it's lacking is like those iconic personalities. Yeah,
and I think there's too many like people maybe trying to be like from other series. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
but like, I feel like we don't have like an Olivia Atwood.
No,
or like,
no, I agree.
Danny Dyer, or like someone who like they're gonna come off and we're gonna remember them for years and years.
Oh no, that's actually very true.
I feel like we'll all forget about them. God bless.
God bless, but
like I was thinking the other day, Lana, lovely girl, could not tell you one thing she's done that entire 8 weeks.
I quite like Danielle.
She was great
when she was on there, just because she was
real
nice and she had a massive arse.
She had a massive arse.
So I was like, you know what, good for her.
She was lovely, but again, I still don't think she was like...
No, I agree. No one's really just stirring the pot. Yeah.
I think Tanya could have been our girl, but then she got maybe a little bit too virgin on the toxic sides and
that's fine.
People fled the ship.
Yeah.
Right, let's get into what has happened this week. Casey, Claudia and Rosie, the Love Island triangle that no one asked for. Casey's head turned for Rosie after everything that they went through in Casa. And why didn't Casey just pick someone?
Did they even, like, what did they go through in Casa? Like, Casey's just been waiting, he's been going, how can I get away from this bitch? What, like, and then he'll go back with her and he'll be like, safety. Next person walks in.
I don't understand because he clearly does not like Claudia.
Yeah.
I think there was a bit too much of an age gap.
Yeah.
She's 28, I think he's about 23.
And I think she was to be fair, they hadn't known each other for long, but when she was like, he kissed 2 people at Casa Amor and she went, that's fine.
Yeah.
You explore.
And it was just like, I'm like, why did you had a choice of 2 girls who you fancied at Casa Amor. Could have brought one of them back.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, let's like, you were begging for her forgiveness.
Yeah.
When you didn't even like her.
I felt bad for Claudia. I really like Claudia. And also, if someone I liked was getting with someone in front of me,
yes,
I'd burn the house down.
So this is what I was going to ask. Do you think Claudia had the right to be angry at Casey for cracking on in front of her?
I think on the 3rd day, when she was like, it's been 3 days. I was like, yeah, it's been 3 days. Like, you've ended.
That's a whole weekend.
Yeah, no, literally, you've ended. And also, like, when he said to everyone, he was like, should I tell her? I was thinking, why on earth would you tell her that you've kissed? Because they're not together.
But the only reason you might want to tell her is so if you can tell her before it gets back to her. So you're in the clear. I told you. It's like...
The thing is, I feel like it was actually a lose-lose there. I don't think he could have won either way.
No.
Because I think if he actually did do that, she'd be like, okay.
And if he didn't kiss her, then he was going to lose out on Rosie. He couldn't win, the poor boy.
But I think the producers definitely told her to go up to him and have a go at him because that was just so random. Like, how are you in a beach club having a great time and then you're like, oh, I fucking do. Like, it just wasn't.
It was the way that they sent her off to have a conversation with that Keenan. God bless, maybe the most forgettable person to ever enter that show.
Yeah.
But the 2 of them got sent off to have a conversation. I was like, right, you've done this here that you've picked out of everyone the Keenan, the only one person who knows about the Keenan.
Do you know what was so awkward? Oh my God, when he told Rosie he liked her and she laughed in his face. He was like, why do you not feel it too? I don't know where it's from, but like I was literally like, that is the most uncomfortable thing ever.
And then she was like, it's not going to be awkward now, is it? And then he was like, well, yeah.
But then she popped his spot, so I feel like that's flirting. Like, I like popping.
Is that a flirt?
Yeah, I'll pop my boyfriend's spots.
In an early stage, popping spots is a flirt?
To be fair, no, yeah, I feel like it's more when you're comfortable with someone. Yeah, no, true, actually, yeah.
What do we think of Rosie?
She's not really very relevant, is she?
It's the case all the time when they come in this late. It's like, you're never going to get your personality across
and
at
she
this
doesn't
point.
have the screen time. Like, all she has the screen time of is her being like, oh, I do feel bad for Claudia.
Yeah.
That's all I've heard her say.
In a funny way, I would have preferred it if she just went in there and went, Claudia.
Yeah, this bitch.
Doing what
I feel
I
like
want.
she needs to just, I don't know. But I don't think Casey will stay with her, to be honest. Not on the outside, anyway.
I don't think any of them are staying together on the outside, but that's a separate...
This whole season, I don't think anyone's staying together.
None of them are believable in the slightest. Not an ounce of chemistry in that
Not even Ron
villa.
and Lana. As soon as Ron gets out of that villa, love Lana, he's going to be going... He's putting his in anything, I reckon.
Yeah, he does give a bit of like, we'll be Prism Kingston.
Like, I think of
PA
all the pretty
appearance,
girls like
and
coming up to him. He'll be like, well...
He'll be at the kebab shop, 3 a.m. with his arm around a girl as it goes viral on someone's Snapchat private story.
Yeah, Adam Collard 2.0, God bless.
We had the Snog, Marry, Pie game. All the girls pied Casey and all the boys married Claudia.
Yeah.
Casey had an issue with this because he was like, you guys are my boys. What the hell? Like, why are you sticking up for Claudia? I mean, you have sort of f***ed her over. I don't really blame people trying to make her feel a little bit better. And
yeah.
I did think it was a bit of a reach to be like, you guys are my boys. Like, the poor girl's in tears. Like.
Yeah, she's actually devastated. But my only thing is, if I was with my two friends in there, and maybe I did that to a boy and they went to marry him, I'd be like, I beg your pardon. Like, if it was the other way around,
it's so different with girls, though.
No, yeah, so you're so right. It's so different with girls. But yeah, I feel like to get over. I feel like Casey's annoyed me because he came in. Do you remember he went, nice guys always finish last.
Oh.
Who told you were a nice guy? Who told you were that man? You were not that man. I don't know who told you that.
You do not fit the job criteria.
Yeah, I just think, okay, fine.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah. He's had a big personality, like,
when I
journey
saw
in
that,
there.
I knew. Whenever a guy says, it's just nice guys, isn't it? Like, I just know they're not nice. They're actually not nice.
I think I had his card marked when on the second night he wore a denim gilet, and I was like,
Amen.
Instantly, you're not my type of guy.
Straight away know what you're talking about. Horror.
Also, in that Snog, Marry, Pie game, they were having, all the boys were like kissing their partners, but then marrying someone else. I think I'd rather be married than kissed.
Didn't Sanam say that? She was like, what, a kiss?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Like, I would be fine with you pecking, like, my best girlfriend, and then coming over and marrying me. Like, we don't...
Well, that's the thing. I also wouldn't kiss him on the lips.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, calm down.
Yeah. I didn't rate it, but then I also do get it at the same time. If I saw someone kissing, they'd be in the pool by the end of the episode.
No, yeah, that's actually... No, it is true.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Because I was thinking, what the hell is Casey going to do for that? Because I was like, that was the only one I was watching. I was literally like, he must be himself.
God bless Claudia, because when he first came over, she was like, if he comes at me with that ring, yeah, I'm throwing it away. If he comes over, she's like, thank you.
Yeah, it's so true. I was like,
3 seconds. Stand up!
Me.
Fight for women's rights.
Him. No, I think if he'd have stayed in there, though, I think he might have tried to get back with Claudia at some point.
Yes, I agree 100%.
If she moved on.
I think he would have gone back to her. But then also at the same time, they don't have much time left. They'd have to get that storyline moving.
Straight away, like 2 days in, yeah.
And the final thing of the Snog, Marry, Pie game that I picked up on was, God, Liv was itching to get a pie from Kai so she could bang on about it for a week.
Straight
away. She was fuming she didn't get pie.
Straight away. And when he picked up the pie, she was like, here we go.
Yeah.
And then walked straight past her and I was like, oh no.
She was like...
I just love it because Kai doesn't give a shit.
He does not. He couldn't care less.
He's just like... doesn't have a clue what's going on and she's just like, he did that.
He is such a space cadet, and I find it so funny that he's a teacher because there is no way anyone is passing GCSEs with him being taught.
No way.
That syllabus is out the window.
I can't imagine him teaching as well. I can't imagine what that dynamic is like.
No, I can't. I mean, he doesn't even realise what's going on in a villa of 12 people, never mind a bloody classroom.
Yeah.
Moving on to our girl Olivia. Big week for her, big week for annoying people. Olivia finally gets called out for talking behind people's backs after movie night. Well, I mean, even after movie night...
No, she didn't get called out for that.
I mean, sorry, that was my spelling.
That's all right.
Movie night, bitched about everyone, didn't get called out. And now finally Jessie pulled her up. Our Lord and Saviour Jessie finally called her out.
Thank you, Jessie.
She got all the girls to sit around. Well, first of all, do we want to discuss Olivia's original claim that Jessie is fake? Do we think Jessie is fake?
No. And
Me
also,
neither.
although I like when she cries, I was trying to look for tears, but the thing is the camera? They're not filming on Black Magics. They don't know. Like, I just think we're digging too deep.
Yes.
She was, and I'm not gonna lie. When Will did that thing, every 5 seconds she was crying. Like, if she was putting that on, maybe she'd do it like sporadically. This bitch was crying so much. So like. Impressive if she was, but I don't think she is.
I don't think she is either, and I don't understand everyone's point of view that she's fake. I don't understand where it's come from.
I thought maybe when she came in, because I was like, maybe she's playing it safe. Will's like a favourite, blah, blah, no one's going after him, But
I think Will is quite the type that an Aussie girl would like, because they like that whole farmery incest down and dirty in the hay bales.
And he's like kinky as well.
Yeah.
I feel like she likes
and
that.
I think the Aussie girls are quite frisky as a, not to stereotype, but as a collective.
I've heard,
From my research papers, it's adding up that the average is going to be a bit frisky.
All history's a bit weird.
But she did bitch about Jessie anyway and called her fake and got called out on it. I was loving that they all sort of tag teamed Jessie, Claudia and Sammy.
I'm glad.
They all sort of banded together and were like, let's finally take her down.
But I don't understand the way that Olivia was like, look, we don't need to do this all together, when she'd said it all together in a group. And then when she walked away and she went, don't talk about me behind my back.
I was biting my teeth.
But I was like, this whole season, a movie night, you got shown to be doing that, but no one's saying it. I don't know if they're all scared of her.
I think they're all scared of her. And also at the same time, the girls seem to be doing this weird thing this year where it's like, we're girls, we'll stick together through anything, we'll do that. So I think maybe they think that they can't call her out because then they're not being the girls.
I think they're too scared of a reaction if they speak their minds.
Yes.
Because they know Twitter's going to be popping off anyway.
But the thing, and I also think they're scared that Olivia would then have a big go and it would turn into a big fiasco. But Olivia's not that girl. Olivia cannot talk
just walks
the talk.
off.
Like any time she gets called out, she did it with Zara.
Yeah.
She did it with Sammy when Sammy pushed that bucket of water over her.
I want to know what Zara's thinking right now, because I bet Zara's probably like.
She tweeted something like, she tweeted, Alexa, please play DJ Khaled, God Did, when Olivia got voted out.
They hate each other. They hate each other.
She posted on her Instagram story, she was like, I want to react so bad to everything that you're tagging me in, guys, but I just can't right now. And I was like, that is a girl who's under a contract and has read it through.
Because if that was us, we'd be duetting it. I'd be like, oh, you fake bitch. But I think,
Yeah, she can't. She's been doing a lot of Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
A lot of stirring the pot around the villa. When she finally got called out for it, she didn't have anything to say. And that is why I cannot rate her, because you know what? If she then sat in that moment, owned it, and gave us some fantastic television, I'd have to applaud her. I'd put her forward for a BAFTA. I've got to thank you for your service to the television. But you're not even giving us the big conclusion.
I think in those moments you've just got to be like, yeah, you know what, I did say that because I think because of X, Y, Z. Like, you can't just sit there and be like, I'm not doing this now.
Either just own it and apologise, or just go the full delusional. I never said that. You guys
said that. I never said that. Yeah. Run the tape. I never said that.
And then she got voted out. God bless her. And I think that is impressive to get less votes than Claudia and Keenan, because whose favourite couple is Claudia and Keenan?
I knew straight away, though, as soon as they were voting someone out, Claudia was going out, because they just had the argument.
Yeah, and it was she wasn't giving this time as her time.
Yeah.
But I do have to say it was impressive that they managed to get less votes from a boy and a girl who have been shown less screen time than fucking Zara did for 4 days.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I also was loving Tanya, who said when she said that she was in the bottom 4 for the public vote, and she was like, I mean, I think it's probably just because they think me and Martin might be better suited. And I was like,
I wish you knew what people were saying. I wish you knew.
The delusion is off the scale.
I wish you saw After Sun last week. Martin does not give a He just made me die. Like, when he was on it, he was like, she's fake, she's a liar. I was like, oh, okay.
I just don't understand. Like, I expect when she went into that beach hut and was like, I understand why we were in the bottom 4. I was like, oh God, she's picking up. And she was going to be like, obviously what I did at the castle was a bit bad. And she was like, maybe me and Martin were better suited. I was
like, no. But you know what? I feel like Shaq is going to be fighting this, like, for his life in the group chat when he comes back.
Oh, 100%.
Like, his friends will be like, you took her back after that?
Yeah, I think.
Are you sure?
But then You say that, but a lot of these couples who go through that kind of stuff, like Dami and India and all that, they come out and they're actually all right.
It's true. Maybe they need that big test in there.
Because then you're not distracted by the stuff, the DMs on the outside. And it's like, oh, I've already done that. Like, I've already got my little...
And also, they know the hassle that happens after it. Do you want to go through that hassle again?
Absolutely not. And it's a lot more hassle to deal with on the outside world.
Yeah, I mean, the summer is coming. They'll probably cheat again in the summer. Yeah. But, like... when it gets to that, it gets to that.
Olivia got the least votes. Do we think her and Maxwell will last on the outside? They became exclusive just before they left.
And I just don't think they've had enough time. Have they had enough time? They haven't had enough time at all.
I don't think either of them like each other as well.
I never see them speak. No. And that could be to do because like screen time, but I never see them speak.
Also, she kept making such a big deal. She was also like, my 7th couple, had to kiss a few frogs, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl.
So it's 7th?
Yeah, I think she said it was her 7th couple.
Where's that time gone?
Right, I know.
What the hell? To be fair, she started off with Will though, so fair play.
Did she?
She did. Do you remember? She picked, it was who the was it? She picked like Tom or something, and then someone else picked Tom. And then there was no one else, so she had to go with Will.
I do remember that.
And they did that awkward hug where they were like...
God, that seems like a lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago,
It was like my A-level summer, that.
Yeah, my GCSEs.
But no, I don't think they lasted on the outside. I think they probably cancelled the exclusiveness on the flight back over.
I agree.
I just don't see it. I feel like they're also at very different points. I'm saying this, but I was shocked. And not to shame, because it's not really shaming, but when Olivia said, this is the first person I've ever been exclusive with, I can understand not being in a full-fledged couple. I was genuinely shocked that at 27 years old, she had never been in a serious enough... And I think it explains a lot about her behaviour with the guys, that she had never been in an exclusive relationship before.
I wonder why that is, though. Do you know what I mean? Because, I don't know.
I think she's got a lot of soul-searching to do. A lot of self-development before she can go out and be in a relationship.
I think it does make sense, though, because obviously, when she was like, why would you give other girls a chance? And he was like, because we've known each other a week. And it was a bit of a...
And it was even those double standards when she came back with a boy and Kai also came back with Sanam, and she was like, well, clearly you didn't miss me too much. And I was just like, this is all starting to make sense why you've never been in a relationship.
Yeah, I agree. I think when she does... Well, she basically is in a relationship now, kind of. They're exclusive. I think maybe she needs the relationship to kind of even her out, maybe. Yes. Because then she'll be like, okay, I don't have to worry this much because I'm in a relationship.
And I think Maxwell's quite nice. I think he's quite fit.
He's just chill, isn't he? He doesn't get... It's like he smoked 8 joints that whole time in the villa. He didn't give a
I never heard his voice raise above 2 decibels.
When Will was like, I heard that me, look, when he did all the chat, he was like, my man said, you've been chatting about Jesse, my guy. And I was like...
Moving like snakes.
Oh my God, when he said that, I was like, what's happened on the farm? Who's been shanked on the farm? I do not understand. The slaughter's been going on. I did not understand that at all. And it was making me really cringe because no one else was reacting to it.
No one else was going everyone was like, oh, okay.
And they were like, yeah, but when he pulled, was it Maxwell?
Yes.
Hit him up, Maxwell was like, yeah, basically.
I did say that.
I mean, it's just, it's just their actions, really. And I could tell Will was trying to really and he was like, yeah.
Yeah, the Roman accent came out of left field. Did not have that on Will's repertoire. Yeah. And also, I was kind of shocked about how much he cared about the whole situation, because I feel like he's been quite laid back this whole time. I thought he would have been a bit oh, that's not nice.
I think he took it personally on his part, but also if everyone in the villa, I feel I don't know, I'm a bit pissed off. I'm not pissed off, but as in I would be pissed off if that was me.
Yes. Same. If
and everyone had been saying it, but no one said it to me. I'm that's literally who I'm dating, so wouldn't I want to know?
Oh, hold on, guys. I'm right here as well.
I'm here.
And the final person who got dumped was Claudia and Keenan. I'm sorry. That is Claudia's karma for coming for Liv the night before. She should have picked her battles.
Liv was trying to be like, who do I... She knew straight away
Claudia. Because she was friends with Tanya, and that Rosie girl has done nothing to her. If it was Rosie or Sammy, Claudia or Sammy in the bottom two is one of those two going.
100%.
Right, now we need to get on to, in the most bizarre sort of thing, the biggest drama of the week. Sports Day. The Villa had a sports day where they did egg and spoon races.
This gives me a bit of trauma to when we did something similar.
Oh God, how did I forget? Oh, and there was people on that day. We did a Sports Direct sports day, and there was people on that day, grown men, who were behaving even worse than Tom. So I wasn't surprised.
It was like they were acting as if it was the Commonwealth. They were yellow day, and we were like, okay.
We had like what the gays and the girls and the non-gym people in our team, and we were like, go, go!
I flew fat on my face like 4 times, and I was like,
And there was just some teams who were like, kill each other!
It was so uncomfortable. I was like, what? So when I saw that, as soon as I saw the space hoppers, I was like,
flashbacks.
Great. So I already had a bad taste in my mouth.
They had a whole sports day. Tom was in the losing team, and Casey and Will were in the winning team. Casey and Will started to take the piss. I did find it quite funny at the start.
It's just men though, when they were like, who are you? I was like, oh, my asshole went in.
Yeah.
I was like,
I found it quite funny at the start when they were poking at Tom.
When
they were in the bedroom,
makeup,
and he was a bit like, and someone said, oh, Tom, your makeup's running because you like me. I was just like, that is a little bit funny, but like, then when they came down for drinks and carried on, I was like, right, this joke isn't even funny
I don't
anymore.
know what they were expecting. Like, were they expecting him to go like...
Well, no, because
do you know what I mean?
They kept saying, we were like, poke the bear. And I was like...
But Shaq got really defensive when he actually snapped, which is what they were all expecting. He was like, "This game, you're a loser, you're a loser." And I was like, "What are you doing? Like, that's really bizarre." Like, he was getting angry as well. It was. I was like, "Are we in year 11?"
Also, I cringed when Shaq got involved because I was like, "You weren't part of the original joke."
Yeah. No, it's so true.
And I was just like, oh, and I was like, you're not part of the original joke, and now you've pushed the joke too far and made no one else laugh.
Ick from that though. Like, I know she got an ick from that.
She was getting flashbacks to the dirty dish gate.
That's probably why she said that thing about Martin.
Yeah.
She was probably like, I've made the wrong decision here. What have I done?
I was just like, oh, Shaq, zip, 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 zip. You've just come out the bottom 4. Like, let's keep a little bit of a low profile.
That no one else was saying anything as well.
Everyone had stopped at that point.
They all stopped because they knew, like, okay, fine, but he was still going, and I was like...
And then when their whole thesis of going for this was to get a reaction. Then when they got the reaction, Shaq went, "You're a grown man. You're a grown man. Why are you acting like that?" And I was like,
they weren't expecting it. I just think but also it's a little bit like when Tom's like, "Got me." It's actually, realistically, it isn't that deep.
But on his side, I'd be the exact same. I'm such a competitive little sugar honey iced tea, especially if it's in a field. I wouldn't take a sports day seriously because I can't run half a mile without. I can't walk upstairs without getting out of breath. It's not in my calibre.
If it was in a different thing,
if it was like a reality TV pub quiz and we were taking this seriously,
valid.
Because we got to remember, Tom is a footballer. He's an athlete.
Oh, it's valid.
It's his field of excellence.
I didn't even think of it like that. You know,
if it was me in a field which I've been bragging about for the past 7 weeks, and then someone's beaten me, I'd be like, don't take the piss out of this because I'm at my boiling point.
If someone quizzed me on cheating scandals and I got it wrong, I'd be fuming. So actually, that's fair play.
I have to side with Tom on this one. I think the jokes were funny to begin with, but they pushed it too far. End of the episode, we saw that the ranking game's coming back. This is my favourite challenge every year, when they have to line up and they have to do third best, second best, first best.
And I just want to say, of course, Shaq is giving his...
2 pence.
2 pence once again. It's just so uncomfortable that if that was me, I'd just go for the safest option. I wouldn't even say the truth.
Same. I would just pick someone who I know is not going to take. I'd just go Ron and Lana for everyone.
Yeah, like my best mates, I'd be like Ron and Lana. But also when they're like the 2 fakest couples, if someone voted me a fake couple, I would just be like, what? Like, I'd be thinking about it. Like, why do they think? I just don't think it's a nice game.
But I mean, it's not a nice game for them.
It's great to watch.
Bloody fantastic to watch. I think this year though, because we usually get the opportunity to vote them.
Yeah.
I think they're deciding between themselves this year, which is going to cause carnage.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have to call each other as fake and least compatible and biggest game players. And I'm like, that is stirring the pot.
It's going to kick off.
ITV2 producers said, and let there be violence.
Let it begin.
Okay, if we were going to play the ranking game, who do you think is the least compatible in there?
Ooh. I've got 2.
Okay.
I think the least compatible for me is, at the moment, Casey and Rosie, just because they're very new. Mm-hmm. And maybe Shaq and Tanya. I think Tanya's going to get the ick when she's on the outside. I really think she's going to get the ick.
Yeah. I think my least compatible would be Rosie and Casey. Yeah. I don't see the Shaq and Tanya because I think they're really cute when they're being cute.
They are cute, but I just think I can just see Tanya getting the ick about something. And you know, when you're on the outside, you don't have to really fix things. When you're in a villa, you've got to fix things. On the outside, I think she's just going to be like, do you know what?
Well, that's why they all just went back after Casa Amor, because they were just like, there's no one new in here. It's either I just leave or get on with it. Like,
I hope I'm wrong, but I can see
Who do you think biggest game player? Couple or individual?
Oh,
I actually don't have an answer for this. Let me think as well.
biggest game player? I think I would have said Ron to start with, but I don't think so now.
No, I don't think so anymore. I think maybe Shaq.
Do you think?
I just think. But then I've also had people, like loads of people come out and be like, no, he is so obsessed with her. He's so in love.
Maybe Casey.
Because
he's flip-flopped around. He doesn't know what he wants.
No,
I
he has
think
no
he just
idea.
wants a holiday.
Yes, 100%.
He's loving South Africa.
But the reason why I say Shaq is because I think he came in and with the plan to be like, I'm going to pick a girl, say that I love her, get on with this.
And he's done it from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I've always, I've heard so many people come out and be like, no, Shaq is so in love with her. It's Tanya who's not that in love with him.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just I'm getting the wrong end of the stick.
We'll see.
And finally, most compatible.
Oh, well, to be honest, Ron and Lana, probably.
They are the most likely, if they were to meet in the real world, to become a couple, I think.
100%. And I also just feel like they've done all that now. They're probably smooth sailing.
Tom and Sammy as well.
Tom and Sammy, and they're a great look. I keep forgetting about them.
They're a great
looking couple.
They are that type of couple who they're going to get the OK Mag shoot.
Yeah. And you can tell he actually really likes her.
Yeah.
Like when she came down in that lingerie, he was like, oh my God, best day of my life. And I was like, fair play.
Sammy's a gorgeous girl.
10 out of 10.
Proper London girl, absolutely love her.
She is
a proper...
Tom, I ain't going to let you do that. I ain't. And I was like, fair play.
You're really good at the impressions.
Do you think? Yeah.
That could be a
Next
backup career.
Cheers, darling.
Right, we finish every episode with a little game.
Okay.
There is an envelope down there with a piece of paper inside.
Do I get it
You
now?
can reach, you can touch.
Okay, thank you.
Open it up right on the piece of paper in the middle of
Okay, Moon Pig.
We keep it classy here. No Clintons around here. Customised only.
Okay.
Right, who do you think is going to be the winner of this year's Love Island? And we're going to open it up. Actually, in the next episode is the last episode.
Oh, really?
It's only a week left. God, how time flies. Time has not flied. It feels like the season has been on for 7 months.
I don't know who I want to win or who I think will win.
There's no cash prize or anything, so don't...
Fair. I just like to be right. Oh, it's green pen.
Green for good.
All this handwriting, no judgment, please.
And when I was in school, I used to have to mark... You know when you have to mark each other's work?
Yeah.
We got handed a green and a red pen and you'd mark ticks and green and reds and...
crosses and...
Which now I'm looking back and I'm like, what did that add? How was that...
A bit of spice.
How was that essential to my learning development skills?
Do you want me to do it up?
Label it up. Not label it up. Shut it up. What is the word? Close it. Don't lick it. Name on the front. We shall reveal.
My name.
Yes.
Cool.
God, we've had a lot of struggle with this envelope game. Not a single person has just been managed to do it.
It took a while to pass English.
Oh.
GKBarry. Little love art there, darling.
Thank you.
Okay.
From Russia with love.
From
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, darling.
Thanks for having me, darling.
Than's for giving all your gossip and opinions
Don't
on this year's
cancel
Love
me.
Island. I think we were very political.
Yeah.
And with that, I will see you next week. Signing out. Goodbye.
Bye.